So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have the 3-in-1 wireless charging power station with light. And you can find it at 5 below. And what I found interesting about it, it looks like everything comes with it. It's what I'm hoping. Some charging stations you gotta kind of add your own Apple Watch charger stuff. But it seems like this comes with everything, which I really look forward to. So to give you an idea, before we actually unbox this, it does charge the phone right here, as you can see. This little part in the middle will be the AirPods or a wireless device, and on the back it looks like there's like a charging station for the watch itself. Now this is 17.5 watts total, but charging speeds will vary based on each one. You do need a 20-watt charger in order to plug into a wall in order to get all of the features, you know, the maximum charging speeds. So to put that in idea, input 1 is the phone. 5 volts, 7.5 to 10 watts. You have the second one, which is the TWS, that's the wireless device AirPods, 5-watt charging. And the last one is the watch itself at 2.5. A watch doesn't really require too much speed because, you know, the other devices probably have fast charging along with them. So it does seem pretty ideal so far, though I never used it. But we're going to unbox it together to see if it's actually worth the asking price. Alrighty, so let's unbox this together. Pop this open like so. Here we go. Just so you know, it will be some pieces of tape wrapped around all the sides, 4 pieces on top, so you won't tear the box, just rip it right open. Here is the charger itself. Okay, put the box down to the side. We do have some instructions, and we actually have this USB-C cable right here, which is 39 inches. Now, for the people that don't feel like doing the math, that's 3.3 feet. Alrighty, so this is everything right here. This is actually pretty nice looking. I actually appreciate this. So it looks like the actual watch stand is in fact built into the device itself, which is a good thing. You have the wireless charger right here, which you're just going to peel this off. Remember, max speed is 10 watts for this charger, 5 watts, no, I'm sorry, 2.5 for the watch itself, and then 5 for this little section right here, which seems to be where the headphones are going to fit. Now, unfortunately, I do not have any AirPods, but I do have some wireless devices that I can use to go ahead and charge this up. And we're going to do that in a moment. Let me just first plug this guy up to see how it looks with the USB lit up. Since it says it does have a light apparently. Here's the USB-C on the back of the device. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. Okay, and it lit up. That's pretty cool. So it does have a little light. I don't see any physical buttons, so I doubt you could turn off the light. So as long as it's plugged in and you see this light on. Oh, wait, look at that. You have brightness on the side of it. That's actually pretty cool. Let me tap that. Okay, so you can turn the lights out. And you can change the light. This one, and that one. Okay, so it looks like the minus part doesn't work. You'll just tap the brightness, and it's just 3 settings. This color right here, this more, I forget the color, the name of this color. And then tap it again and turn it off. Pretty interesting. All right. What about the instructions? This might be something important in here for anyone wondering. So I'm going to go over this slowly. All right. So it shows the specifications for the product, introductions, features, all-in-one charging. It shows you the voltage, like I talked about a little bit earlier in this video right here. What's inside? You already told you about that. Get to know your product. So, apparently that's a night light. I see. So that has nothing to do with the actual charging process. The light that you see right here is basically a night light and nothing more. So that's good to know. And we already showed you this part where each one is. All right, so I don't think we really need anything else for this instruction. Everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. So let me go ahead. I'm going to cut away real fast. I'm going to go grab my wife's iPhone in addition to some headphones and the Apple Watch, and I want to see how well this actually charges. All right, so for test 1, we are going to try these buds right here. This is called the Liberty 4 Pros. Now, this does have wireless charging. Granted, this is supposed to fit AirPods, but my guess is it probably still works for any wireless charging device. So I'm going to test that out. Let me place this inside. See what happens. Actually, the charging? Yep, it's charging. So it actually is charging, even though this case is super fat. On the back, this is signifying that it's actually charging right now, which is pretty interesting. All right, so it actually does work, believe it or not. Let me just turn it sideways, see if that makes a difference. There we go. Yep. So when I did that, the earbuds in the front lit up because it is wireless charging and it's beeping right here, which means that the headset does work for non-Apple devices, which is pretty cool. That's what we're here for, right? Some people might just want to use this for their devices that may have magsafe, which Apple is the only one that has magsafe technically built into the phones. But if you have a case similar to like this one, so I'm going to show you right here. This type of case is for my Motorola. What is this phone called? Motorola Edge 2024. Watch this. Snaps on. And that's the exact spot where wireless charging is. So that will work with third-party Androids if you have a MagSafe ready case. So, you know, nice to know. Let's go on to the next part. All right, so for test 2, we are going to try actually syncing. We're going to put the phone on the wireless charger. So I have to actually use a screw. This is one of those cases that are actually metal where the tempered glass is built in, I believe, for protection. This is my wife here. She be dropping phones like crazy. Anyway, watch this. Look at this part. It even has its own piece for the camera. Yep, heavy duty stuff. All right, so this is the phone right here. And it is plugged in, which so you guys know. Just wanted to put that transparent light on so you know that it is in fact plugged in. And I'm going to snap this on. Bam. See that? It's charging. Oh, welcome to standby mode. I never even tried that with the Apple devices. So that's actually pretty cool. I like this. This is interesting. I didn't even know Apple had this. One thing I'll say, they're pretty decent with their software, but still not for me. Android all day, forever, pretty much. Anyway, as you can see, it does charge without a problem. The max wattage that you're going to get out of the phone aspect of this is going to be 10 watts. So please do keep that in mind and moving forward. All right, so lastly, we have the watch. So all I got to do is just take this watch right here. Let me see how charged this is. I think it is pretty almost, oh, it's 100% right now. So that's fully charged, but that's okay. As long as the contacts connect, I just want to show you that it does in fact work. I'm going to snap that on. There we go. Bam. Made that noise, and it is currently charging. So yes, everything comes inside the box. All you need is a 20-watt charger wall brick to plug this cord into to get the maximum charge of 17 watts. So remember, 10 watts for this guy, which it says right here, 2.5 for the headset, and then 2.5 for the watch. Watches don't really need that much wattage because it's a much smaller battery and they don't take very long to charge to begin with. And this is not a bad all-in-one type setup. I actually like this a lot. So for the people out there that have Apple devices, or you may have MagSafe compatible cases with some of your Android phones and wireless charging capabilities, it will work for both, though this only works for iPhones. So to kind of give you an example that it only works for iPhones, I'm going to go ahead and hook up my Samsung watch piece right here, and it shouldn't charge. Watch. Nope. It's actually rejecting the connection right there. So yes, it only works for Apple devices for anyone that was wondering if it could work for more than that. Anyhow, not bad so far for the asking price. So all in all, the question is it worth the asking price? And I think it is. So from my experience, I did use my personal Android phone with this particular device, and it didn't really overheat my Android. As a matter of fact, mine does up to 15-watt charging, so it wasn't able to charge it as quickly as another charging device, but I didn't feel like the phone got very hot at all. When it came to the headsets down here, because I have multiple wireless charging headsets, they all seem to work just fine when it came to this. As long as you place it more so in the middle or sideways, depending on the size of the case, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. Now, lastly, when it came to the Apple Watch, I did wait for my wife's watch to go down to about 80%, and I started charging it. And it did take quite some time. I didn't actually time it, but it was definitely longer than the usual wireless chargers and things that I use. But at the end of the day, for $10 to have all three things in one without you adding anything to it, I actually think that this is a pretty decent investment. And to be honest, it doesn't look cheap. I think this looks actually very nice, believe it or not. But, you know, teach their own. Like and subscribe like always, guys. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. I do want to add one more thing. I do believe that because the way this looks and how professional it is, you could use this as a Christmas gift or a bundle. I know it's the holiday season, and what I normally do is I'll get stuff like wireless chargers, I'll get wireless headsets, I'll get the person one thing that they want, and then like a care package of other little stuff that's not really expensive. But it's not about the price that you spend. It's about the quality of the product. And I don't think anyone's going to have an issue with this. But anyway, that's about it. Like and subscribe. Peace. See you in the next video.